belt. Come on.
I admit, I enjoyed the card. I'm upset with my cable provider, Verizon Fios, because they fucked up my DVR.
Oh, what a round. What a way to
The real son right there.
Tremendous display by both men. Very entertaining. Lots of leather thrown.
Here, let's talk. I'm T-Street Controversy with FightView360.com. Last night, about 12 or so hours ago, no, it wasn't that long ago, I'm tripping. About, 7-8 hours or so ago, a $49.99 card on pay-per-view. You were able to buy it on Xfinity, Verizon Fios, maybe the Dish, I don't know, and Fight.tv. The same night that Teofimo Lopez was supposed to take on George Kambosos. This is the card I feel that pushed it off of its date. They were both on the same platform, and if you had a chance, to buy this fight, put it this way, I think if casuals would purchase this card over purchasing the Teofimo Lopez. Anyway, let's get into it. On the card, you had Omar Chavez, another son of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., losing to the brother of Canelo Alvarez. Unified WBC, WBA Super, WBO, Ring Magazine, 168-pound champion, multi-division champion, 4-division champion. Saul Canelo Alvarez was ringside. He was even brought to be a cornerman by Chavez Sr. The love has always been there. It's been the official passing of the torch. It's a damn shame that on the undercard, Chavez Jr. in a real boxing match, the son, and it would be him, got outboxed and was getting beat up at some times by Anderson the Spider Silva, former UFC champion. To become a former world boxing champion to lose to a boxer. A former UFC champion to defeat a boxer. It's just, even right now, I'm having a hard time saying it's difficult for me. So anyway, 59-year-old Chavez Sr., who's going to be turning 60 very soon, right? Has defeated in an exhibition, 4-round exhibition, 59-7-1, 33-0, with 4 KOs. 42-year-old. Both of these fighters are retired. Hector Macho Camacho Jr. There ain't going to be no cards or anything read or none of that stuff. Hold on. And here, let's go to the post-fight, what he had to say at the end. Here's him and Canelo. But yeah, they got to get their shit together, man. That shit pisses me off. I'm guessing it's my fault. I got to call my cable company. That shit is pissing me the fuck off, man.
Canelo saying too.
Did this shit to me for the Clarissa Shields fight. What other fight did I purchase? I had to buy the Charlo doubleheader on the Showtime platform.
I'm blown away.
And I got something to talk about them in my Charlo Montiel video.
Oh, what an embrace he's getting from the fans here. What a final.
So yeah, this is supposed to be his last exhibition. I actually covered his last exhibition against Jorge Arce, and it was beautiful. Chavez Sr. was trying to kill him. Now to go back to Chavez Jr., it's like, bro, I don't ever want to see him again. Anderson Silva is 46 years old. Oh, look, he's doing a hip-hop parade. Look. What's this? Hip-hop parade. Ho, hey, ho. Is that shit? Hip-hop parade. What's the Hispanic version? Did y'all know I'm half black, half Irish, and half El Chicano, Mexicano. That's what I'm hearing is the really, really good breed. That's what I am. So I do need to work on my Spanish. I'm one of those, El Negro Spanish that don't speak no English. Don't speak no Espanol. Oh, and by the way, there were some shenanigans in between rounds 4 and 5 where Chavez Sr. Was trying to take off the headgear. He actually did take it off at one point in time. Oh, let me show you the shenanigans. Look, he's telling them, go put that shit back on. And basically Chavez Sr. is like, nah, fuck that shit. Take that headgear off, motherfucker. And first, Macho had took his shit off. Then he was like, you know what? Nah, that's disrespect, man. I'm not trying to hurt you. You the legend. I'm saying it's fucked up. But no, Chavez Sr. motherfucking man. Let me tell you something. Can I tell you about my former love affair? Heterosexual. That I used to have with Chavez Jr. I used to love him to death. I'm talking about, listen, I remember how I was screaming so loud when he had almost stopped Sergio Martinez. I was on the ground like what, like I was screaming so loud and like my sides was hurting. I was like, yes, like a little motherfucking girl. And to see just the betrayal that I've had to deal with from him the last several years with the quitting, you know, fucking Mickey Rourke, the wrestler, you know, the hair, him dressing like a lady. Oh, look, this is when he called Canelo in, you know, to be like as his ring person and shit. He's like, yeah, come in my corner, man. You the man. You my real son.
No, I guess corner man.
Oh my gosh.
And Canelo chose the corner for the last
Passing the
round.
torch
Yes.
So
officially.
yeah, I mean, it's not really nothing to
Corner,
talk
Canelo.
about. I'm just chewing the fat here because it was a 4-round exhibition. You know, you can't really not nothing to say. But however, you know, Chavez Sr. do still pull out, you know, with these exhibitions. It kind of makes you wonder, like how, he was still pretty fucking, you know, he was war torn. Like the drinking was an issue. You know, his career didn't have to end the way that it did, you know, when you look at it, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know, the man had over 100 motherfucking plus fights. I remember, wasn't he fighting like, you know, at one point in time, like 9 times a year and shit like that? He used to be getting it in. I remember because as a kid, it used to be a big thing. Like in my neighborhood wasn't even Hispanic. That's how you know that Chavez Sr. got a hood card. He been had it. You don't even have to debate that. He got a hood pass because the whole hood used to be like, yo, Chavez Sr. fighting tonight. Like, we got to get in the crib. Like, the violence and shit would be low. You would hear no gunshots. You know, you know. Oh, my bad. Let's get back to his speech. So, yeah, I mean, I pretty much knew that this was going to be the fight and the card of the night. You know, and Teofimo Lopez, them being on the same. Oh, my God, that Claudia Trejos. I love that Silver Fox, man. I fight. Listen, you fuck with Claudia Trejos. You fucking with me. Shit. You think you seen Floyd Mayweather mad without his hat? Let me see you fucking around with, or slandering Claudia Trejos. I'll beat your ass, man.
Quiero decirles
I don't
que
fuck
muchas
around.
gracias a todos por haber venido. La verdad, voy a decir una grosería, pero es la pura verdad.
Even you, Chavez Sr., I don't like you took the mic from her.
No me voy a hacer una exhibición, no lo juro. Chingo mi madre. ¿Entiendes? Porque ya mi cuerpo no me da, estoy cansado. Siempre he hecho exhibiciones.
Marcos, what's he saying to the crowd right
Chavez
now?
Jr.
What is he
really
telling the
broke my
crowd?
heart, yo.
Muchísimas gracias a todos. Que Dios los bendiga.
I'm in despair right now a little bit.
God bless you. Thank you, Canelo.
Aquí tienen. Con todo respeto, ven para acá, Canelo.
Fuck my Father's Day up.
El mejor peleador
Look, his real son.
mexicano.
Look, this is my real
Mexican
son.
boxer right now. He's from here.
Chavez Jr., you see this? He would never disrespect me like you.
Maybe the best in history.
Las comparaciones nunca son buenas.
You can't compare us.
Say, Canelo, I'm passing the torch. I think my blood is in him from something that happened in the 70s.
Con todo respeto que te merece, Canelo, eres un peleadorazo, cabrón.
I'm in the 80s.
He's a hell of a fighter.
When the fuck was Canelo born? The 90s.
Para mí, hoy siempre siempre lo serás.
He like, I happily accept you as my real father.
Cual he aprendido mucho. Es un honor estar aquí y verte por primera vez en vivo.
Santos
Que
Barragan
Dios te bendiga
Sr.
siempre y gracias por hacer esto por nosotros los boxeadores.
Gracias, mi Canelo. Dios te bendiga. Dios te familia.
I love you, son. You please come to dinner. We start the process tomorrow. Before Chavez Jr., we take his name.
And he feels so blessed to have seen it.
Anyway. I got a real. I'm sorry. That Chavez Jr. shit hurt. Because I'm sitting there watching, and I'm tired as shit. And I'm like, yo, you can see my post-fight video. I'm tired of shit. I'm like, yo, like, this motherfucker is really getting outboxed. And I'm thinking, like, all right, it's going to go 10 rounds. Then when I'm looking, they say, like, 8 rounds. I'm like, Chavez Jr., what the fuck are you doing? I started getting, like, mad. And then they tried to rob Silva. They tried to rob the Spider. Bro, Chavez Jr., like, how much more can I take? It's clearly a toxic-ass relationship. I want out. Like, I can't. Every time, listen, it was hard for me to not cover his last fight. I covered every Chavez Jr. fight on YouTube since like fucking 2010. Listen, this is hard for me. TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. On to the top rank card. Please subscribe. We cover every single major fight live. Take your time out, like the video. Fucking Chavez Jr., man.